What if I told you the single most responsible thing you do for your health every single day, that little pill you take to protect your heart, is also the #1 reason you feel like less of a man in the bedroom? It's a cruel paradox, isn't it? You're told this medication is keeping you alive, but at the same time, it's quietly stealing a part of your life that makes you feel alive. Millions of men are trapped in this silent dilemma, forced to choose between a healthy heart and a healthy sex life. They believe it's a trade-off they just have to accept. But what if that's a lie? What if the problem isn't the pill itself, but how your body is reacting to it? And what if you could teach your body a new way to respond? Hello, I am Dr. Emily Carter. For over 25 years as a board-certified vascular health specialist, I have helped thousands of men navigate this exact crisis. I've worked with CEOs, veterans, teachers, men from every walk of life who walk into my office with the same look of despair. They followed their doctor's orders perfectly, only to find that the very thing meant to improve their blood pressure has crushed their confidence. My work isn't about telling you to throw away your medication. That would be irresponsible. It's about showing you what your doctor doesn't have time to explain, how to reclaim your sexual function while on these medications by working with your body's own powerful, natural systems. Today, I'm going to reveal the 3 hidden ways these pills impact your erections, and more importantly, a simple, science-backed framework to counteract each one. We're going to talk about the vascular squeeze, the nerve signal disruption, and the psychological prison these pills create. And by the end of this video, you will have a clear, drug-free strategy to reclaim what you thought was lost for good. Let's begin with the first and most direct impact, what I call the system-wide pressure drop. When your doctor prescribes a common blood pressure medication, like a beta blocker or a calcium channel blocker, its primary job is to make your heart's job easier. It tells your heart not to beat so hard, and it encourages your blood vessels to relax a bit. From a cardiovascular perspective, this is fantastic. It lowers the overall pressure in the system, reducing the strain on your heart and arteries. But an erection is not a low-pressure event. An erection is a localized, high-pressure hydraulic event. It requires a rapid, forceful rush of blood to a very specific area. Your body needs to dramatically increase blood flow into the penis while simultaneously clamping down on the veins that let blood out. This process depends on a strong, responsive vascular system that can go from 0 to 100 in seconds. This is where we see the fundamental conflict. Your medication is designed to keep your entire system at a calm, steady 50. It dampens the very fight or flight signals that your body sometimes needs for peak physical performance. The sympathetic nervous system, which these drugs often inhibit, plays a role in the initial phase of arousal. An erection itself is ultimately controlled by the rest and digest, or parasympathetic system, but it needs a cardiovascular system that's capable of delivering the goods with force. The medication, in its effort to protect your heart, puts a governor on the engine. It ensures you never redline, but it also means you might struggle to get the power you need when you demand it. I remember a patient of mine, a wonderful gentleman named Robert. He was a 8-year-old retired civil engineer who had spent his entire life designing bridges. He understood pressure, stress loads, and structural integrity better than anyone. When he was put on a beta blocker, he took it with the same precision he applied to his work, same time, every day, without fail. But a few months later, he sat in my office, completely defeated. "Dr. Carter," he said, "I designed structures to withstand hurricanes. I understand how systems work. Right now, my own body's plumbing feels like it's failing a basic pressure test. When the moment is right with my wife, the signal is there. The desire is there. But the system just doesn't respond with force. It's like the pumps have been turned down." His frustration was immense because it defied the logic he had lived by. He was doing everything right for his health, yet feeling fundamentally broken. To help him understand, I came up with an analogy. Imagine your body's circulatory system is like the water supply for a massive multi-story apartment building. For years, the main pump in the basement has been running at full blast to make sure even the penthouse apartments on the top floor get powerful water pressure. But it's straining the whole system, rattling the pipes. So, the building manager, your doctor, installs a new, smarter pump. This pump keeps the pressure in the entire building at a safe, constant, and lower level. The pipes are no longer rattling, and the risk of a burst is gone. Everyone in the building has water. The problem is, the penthouse shower, which represents the erection, was designed to work with that old, high-pressure system. With the new, safer pump, water still comes out, but it's just a weak, unsatisfying trickle. The system is healthier, but that one specific function is severely compromised. Robert's medication was that new, smarter pump. It was protecting the whole building, but starving the penthouse. Now, you might be thinking, so what can I do? I can't just turn the pump back up. And you are absolutely right. You don't fight the medication. You work around it. You don't need to change the main pump. You need to install a dedicated booster pump just for that penthouse shower. In your body, that booster pump is your own natural nitric oxide production. You can dramatically increase your body's ability to create this powerful vasodilator through specific nutrients and, as we'll discuss later, targeted breathing techniques. The key is timing. The half-life of many blood pressure drugs means their effect is strongest in the hours after you take them. Many men take their pill in the morning. This means engaging in practices that boost nitric oxide in the evening, several hours later, can help create a vascular window where your body is primed for arousal, counteracting the peak effect of the medication you took that morning. The second hidden way these pills affect you is more subtle. It's not about pressure, it's about sensation. I call it neurological dampening. This is especially common with another class of medication, diuretics, often called water pills. Their job is to help your body get rid of excess salt and water, which decreases the total volume of fluid in your bloodstream, thus lowering your pressure. It's a brilliant strategy for the cardiovascular system. But your nervous system is an electrical system, and it functions in a delicate balance of fluid and electrolytes. Every signal from your brain to your penis, and every sensation from your penis back to your brain, travels along nerves that depend on this precise chemical environment to fire correctly. When you introduce a diuretic, you are fundamentally changing that environment. You are reducing overall fluid volume and altering the concentration of key minerals like potassium and sodium. For the ultra-sensitive nerve endings in the penis, this can be like turning down the volume on a stereo. The music is still playing, but the richness and clarity are gone. A touch that used to be electric can feel muted. The neurological feedback loop that is so critical for building and maintaining arousal gets disrupted. The brain sends a signal for an erection, but the response is sluggish. The physical sensations that are meant to reinforce that signal and build excitement are dull. It's a disconnection. You're touching, but you're not truly feeling with the same intensity. Let me tell you about Michael, a 4-year-old gourmet chef. His entire life was built around sensation, the subtle aroma of herbs, the texture of a perfect sauce, the crispness of a vegetable. His senses were his tools, and he took immense pride in them. When his doctor put him on a common diuretic, he noticed something strange. It started with food, he told me. Flavors seemed flatter, less vibrant. I thought I was just getting old. But then he noticed it elsewhere. In the bedroom, he confessed, looking at the floor, it's the same feeling. My wife will touch me, and I know intellectually that it should be arousing, but the signal feels distant. It's like trying to appreciate a masterpiece painting while wearing sunglasses. The data is there, but the richness, the sensation, is gone. For Michael, this was a special kind of hell. A man who lived by sensation was now feeling numb. The analogy I used for him was this. Think of your penile nerves as the delicate strings on a priceless violin. For that violin to produce a beautiful, resonant sound, the strings need to be under the perfect amount of tension, and the air in the concert hall needs to have the right humidity. Now, imagine a diuretic is like a machine that slowly starts to dry out all the air in the concert hall. The violin is still a masterpiece, and the musician, your brain, is still playing the right notes. But the sound that comes out is thin, weak, and lifeless. The strings just can't vibrate with the same richness in that dry, altered environment. The music is lost. Your body, on a diuretic, is that dehydrated concert hall. The neurological music of arousal can't resonate with the same intensity. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I possibly rehydrate my nerves without raising my blood pressure? This is a crucial question. The answer isn't to simply drink gallons of water, which could be counterproductive. The key is to focus on nutrient-dense hydration and supporting the nerve sheaths themselves. This means ensuring your diet is rich in electrolytes from natural sources, like specific fruits and vegetables, not sports drinks. It also involves healthy fats, like omega-3 seconds, which are the literal building blocks of the myelin sheath that insulates your nerve fibers, allowing the signal to travel cleanly and quickly. The timing here is about consistency. While your medication flushes your system daily, your nutritional strategy to support your nerves must also be daily. It's a constant process of rebuilding and reinforcing those delicate strings of the violin, ensuring they are always ready to play, even when the air is a little dry. This brings us to our third and perhaps most powerful mechanism, the anxiety accelerator. This isn't a direct physiological side effect of the pill itself. It's a psychological prison the pill helps to build. It starts the moment you read the side effects leaflet. You see the words may cause erectile dysfunction. That thought plants a seed of doubt. The next time you're in an intimate situation, a part of your brain is no longer focused on your partner or on pleasure. It's turned inward. It's become a scientist in a lab coat, monitoring, checking, and judging. Is it working? I think it's working. Oh, maybe it's not. Why isn't it working as well as last time? This act of self-surveillance is catastrophic for an erection. Why? Because it instantly triggers your body's fight or flight response. The sympathetic nervous system, the one designed to save you from a tiger, floods your body with adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones are powerful vasoconstrictors. They squeeze your blood vessels shut. Their job is to divert blood away from non-essential functions, like digestion and erections, and send it to your major muscles so you can run or fight. So, the very fear that the pill will cause a problem creates the exact hormonal state that makes an erection physiologically impossible. The medication might have opened the door to failure by 10%, but your anxiety about it slams the door shut by 90%. You become trapped in a self-fulfilling prophecy. I worked with a man named David, a 7-1-year-old who had been a top-tier salesman his entire life. His confidence was his superpower. He could walk into any room and command it. When he started a mild blood pressure medication, he did his research. He saw the potential for ED. From that day on, intimacy changed from a spontaneous act of connection into a performance review. I feel like I'm back in my first job, and the boss is watching over my shoulder on every call, he told me. My mind is racing. I'm not thinking about my wife. I'm thinking about whether my body will betray me. And of course, when you think that, it does. Every single time. It's a spiral, and I don't know how to get out. The analogy for this is one of the most powerful I know. Imagine you are a world-class tightrope walker. You can walk across a wire suspended 100 feet in the air, flawlessly, as long as you focus on the anchor point at the other end. Now, imagine someone tells you, there's a small chance the wire might wobble. The next time you step onto the platform, where is your focus? It's no longer on the goal. It's on your feet. You're looking down, checking for a wobble. The moment you look down and focus on the potential for failure, you lose your balance. You create the wobble. Your anxiety about the side effect is looking down from the tightrope. It takes you out of the moment, out of connection with your partner, and focuses you on the mechanics of failure. And in that state of panicked self-analysis, a natural, relaxed erection is impossible. So, how do we break this cycle? You must retrain your brain to get off the tightrope and stop looking down. This is where the timing is most critical. This is not something you fix in the moment. You fix it outside the moment. The practice involves daily morning rituals of mindfulness and specific breathing exercises designed to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest state. By practicing the art of calm, non-judgmental awareness, when you are not under any pressure, you build a mental muscle. You teach your nervous system that it can shift into a state of calm on command. So, when you enter the bedroom and the anxious thought arises, you now have a tool. You have a well-practiced ability to acknowledge the thought without letting it take over, to bring your focus back to your partner, back to sensation, and back to the anchor point on the other side. Now, let's bring this all together. You can see this isn't about one single problem. It's a three-pronged attack. The medication may cause a pressure drop, like the weak penthouse shower. It might cause neurological dampening, like the violin in the dry concert hall. And your awareness of these things creates the anxiety accelerator, like the tightrope walker looking down. A truly effective solution cannot just address one. It must address all three in synergy. When you start practicing breathing techniques to calm the anxiety accelerator, you are not just calming your mind. You are directly activating your parasympathetic nervous system. This state of rest and digest is precisely what your body needs to counteract the fight-or-flight chemicals, and it is the master switch for erections. Furthermore, deep diaphragmatic breathing physically massages the vagus nerve, which helps to increase nitric oxide production, our booster pump for the penthouse shower. And as you focus on a nutrient-dense diet to re-nourish your nerves and fight the neurological dampening, you are also providing your body with the building blocks for, you guessed it, nitric oxide. Each part of the solution feeds and strengthens the others. You're not just patching holes. You are creating a resilient, interconnected system where your body can thrive despite the medication. So, let's stop framing this as a battle you have to win. Let's reframe the entire goal. Your objective is no longer to get a hard erection on demand. That is a high-pressure, pass-divided-by-fail test that feeds the anxiety loop. Your new goal, starting today, is simply this: to create a daily environment of neurological calm and vascular openness in my pelvis. That's it. That is a goal you can achieve every single day. It's a process, not a performance. You can win at that goal every morning, long before you ever enter the bedroom. The erection is no longer the goal. It is a natural side effect of achieving a state of calm readiness. So here is my challenge to you. I'm not going to ask you to change your whole diet or start a complex exercise routine. Just this one small step. For the next 7 days, the very first thing you do when you wake up, before you even get out of bed, is this. Place your hand on your lower belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your belly rise. Hold it for a count of 4. Then, Breathe out slowly through your mouth for a count of 6, feeling your belly fall. Do this just 10 times. That's it. It will take less than 3 minutes. Do not judge the results. Do not look for immediate changes. Just do the process. You are simply practicing the art of telling your nervous system that it is safe, signaling it to leave fight or flight and enter rest and digest. This is the first, most powerful step in taking back control. If this message resonated with you today, if you feel a glimmer of hope that you are not broken, I would be so grateful if you would click the like button. It helps this information reach other men who are suffering in silence. And please, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos where we dive deeper into these techniques. Finally, leave a comment below. Just type, "I'm starting today." It's a declaration to yourself and a source of encouragement for the other men here. You are not alone in this. Your journey to reclaiming your vitality starts not with fighting your medication, but by understanding and supporting your incredible body.